And as you can see, it's a project, not a Mazda. Is you have to put your foot up. It's just the law, because you've got a nice perch.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So as you can see, I'm in my 86 and we are going to the Jay's unit, which is 2 hours away from me. It's in Great Yarmouth. Well, I hope I didn't butcher it, but yeah, for me it's gonna be a 2-hour drive. For you, it's just a blink. Oh, by the way, tell who you are, what we're doing here.
What are we doing here? I asked myself the same question. This is ZEO style automotive. This is my garage. We buy mainly Mazdas, MX-5s. We drift them, we crash them, we break them for parts, we maybe buy them in, build them into nice cars, or remove fancy parts and then sell the cars off relatively stock. Now we have progressed in life. Nissans.
Yeah.
We know what happens to that.
Yeah, we do know. We do know.
I also found this the other day.
Okay. Ooh, that's a nice thing to have around, especially with me in the garage.
Right here.
Yeah.
So
Right.
if we get problems.
Yeah, it's right there. Okay. Lovely.
This is my Mazda.
No, it's a little bit too big for a Mazda.
Yeah, I have a Mazda. I have a 2.5 with a turbo on it, and it's very, very fast. It's got so much done to it, but I've drifted it for like 3 years, and it's been kind of reliable. But with the power, I tend to break gearboxes, drive shafts, little diffs, yeah, snaps like a lot of diffs. But it's one of them cars that, as fun as it is, it's light, but it's getting to the point where so much is done to it that it's like, rather than me working on cars and getting cars out, I spend more time fixing my own, whether it's improving it or saying, I've just broken another diff. So the idea with a Nissan is it's heavy, it's slow, but it should be reliable.
Yeah, it's sort of bulletproof.
Yeah, I just want a car that I can just go out on track, enjoy it, rather than spending the time driving it, but coming home and having to keep constantly fixing it. And like Alex as well.
Yeah, actually it's got exactly the same issues that my car had. And we are gonna start exactly where I left off, pretty much in the same situation. Without the fire, yeah, thankfully.
Where did you get to? It's the seals, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was welding the bulkhead behind the passenger seats, and the seals they were supposed to be next, but I never got around them.
Well, if we do weld the interiors.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is out of the question. I won't even let you touch it until we strip everything from the interior.
You can hold the fire extinguisher.
Oh yeah, I will.
As long as you don't set fire to the fire extinguisher.
Well, I'll try not to. Well, we need another fire extinguisher in case I set fire to this fire extinguisher, so I will be able to put it out with the next one, with another one. Yeah, my word, but it might get on fire too. So, yeah, so with this one, what are we doing today?
We are going to try and turn it around, because when I started this car, the whole process of the rust repair and fixing it up, I decided to put it in a really stupid angle.
Yeah.
And it hasn't moved since December last year, so it's kind of blocking some room that I could get another car in here. So at the moment it needs to be movable. So thanks to Asda's for sponsoring my dolly. We have a nice chopped down trolley here. This will support the rear maybe.
Well,
Maybe.
fingers crossed.
It might.
But yeah, it won't go any further than the floor, right?
Damage.
No, no.
And then Alex bought some fancy dollies for A2, so they're going to go on the front. And then we'll use the trolley I made for the rear, spin the car around, and maybe look to get the underside cleaned up, maybe start with.
No, we can't start welding it until the interior is in the car, so...
Yeah. Most of it's out. I mean, the seats aren't bolted in, they're all out. It's just the plastics. But it would be nice to, because like it's been what, 6-7 months now that the car's been literally here in the most awkward place. I don't know why I put this fancy angle like it's parked in McDonald's, like, you know. But it would be nice to see it on the floor, and I'm also getting all this this dust and grit. So if it is, you know, on the floor, at least I can roll it outside and take it over to the water there and give it a little rinse down and move it if it needs moving. It might even start. And as you can see, it's a project, not a Mazda.
Okay, that's actually a good name for this series, because this is definitely not a Mazda, and I was thinking how to call it, because that's not my car, so that's not a Mazda. Perfect name. So the plan maximum is to make it roll, but I don't think we'll be able to do it today, so we're just gonna swing it around and probably take the interior out. Maybe something else. We'll see how it goes and how much time we'll be procrastinating and just talking nonsense.
We need to rest.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can't work on the cars without rest. It's oh yeah. Okay, let's begin. Except maybe our magnificent trolley that caved in a little bit, but still holding up.
That works better than your dollies.
Well, I can't argue with that.
I think if the dolly wheels were rubber.
Yeah, that was my exact point. I was just about to say that, because they are metal, the floor isn't like perfectly smooth and straight.
Which is a bit silly. I mean,
yeah,
metal wheels. Like, where do they think you're going to be using dollies? You know?
yeah,
On a perfectly smooth, like
glass-like
Yeah.
surface. No, you're absolutely right. I mean, but to be fair, they're like on a cheaper end of the spectrum. I think I paid. Yeah, I mean, you can't beat a free trolley from Mazda. Was it Mazda?
Yeah, Asda.
Yeah, free trolleys from Mazda is a way to go, but we're not gonna be held responsible if something goes south with your project car.
What's really sad is I left work the other day and I was walking across the car park, and it's the first time I got excited for a trolley. There was a trolley in the middle of the car park, but it had like obviously 4 wheels, but it was like perfectly parallel like this with a little flat bit, and I was looking, it was like, look at the shape of that, like.
And it just hit you like, yeah.
That needs to go in my car as well, because yeah, I could use the wheels and make stuff to make life.
I think you can even keep the basket for like tools and stuff. You can just shove it in the boot.
Well, that's the plan with this one. Once it's had its purpose of moving this car around, is to weld a little bench on top of it. So like I've noticed things like if I'm doing, I don't know, the diff, brakes, you end up having all your sockets, tools all over the ground, and then you get up and you're a little bit tired by doing one, and then you're like,
yeah.
And you end up walking around the car like 10 times, where's the sockets, blah, blah, blah. So with that, I'm gonna make a nice little bench on top.
Small
nice
tray,
and low,
yeah.
And then I just grab the whole trolley, whip it round to the other side, crack on. It's all about saving time.
Yeah, sounds fantastic.
More time for resting.
Yeah. So, pulling the interior then.
Yeah, so we will pop jack stands on the rear, just in case my...
No, that's very sensible. I mean, the trolley did it purpose, like it held perfectly fine,
So
but
it's safe.
yeah, let's make it safe first, and then.
So the quicker underneath, because from here all the way to the front, I've welded the chassis rails to some rust there. They do look very nice underneath now. It's all been painted with this.
Yeah, show what you actually use, because I'm also quite curious. Oh, this is that kit that you can buy.
Yeah, it was that rustbuster kit. So this is a degreaser. This removes salt, so you could even get salt embedded in like the pits of the metal as well. The worst part of the job was spending, like you did, like 6 months using primitive tools like...
Well, let's be honest, they're the most effective ones.
This, do you know what? This was my best tool.
Yeah, I know.
And
I had a chisel, but it was like probably half of the width.
I mean, I put this on a grinder and just kept grinding it, so every now and then just sharpen it, and then you can just, because it's long, you've got a bit of leverage, you can really get in there and just
yeah,
it's like carving a doner kebab, I guess. So that did well. That did better than using
than any of these. And you end up like
with it everywhere.
Yeah,
that was horrible,
including your lungs.
So yeah, it's easier to just scrape it.
Yeah, it takes a while, but at least it's cleaner and not as messy as the wire brushes. And
I'll tell you what, once all of that was done, you know, like the main bulk of the undersill, I was using the little wire wheels on the drill, which was okay, but it did take quite a while. And then I found these things.
Oh yeah, they do work quite nicely.
It doesn't break up like the wire wheels do, but oh my god, it just chewed through it. Even if there was surface rust left, it just chews through it. That's really good.
Yeah, they're much better. They're more expensive, but they're far better. Yeah, I ended up buying like a stack of them, but I went through maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah, they're good. I like them. So once like all that was off, FE123 rust conferrer, which looks like it might have a bit of crap in there in a minute actually.
Yeah, I think you were supposed to pour it.
I did pour it.
Oh.
Yeah, I poured it into a thing, so I don't know why. Unless the lid's been open and something's got in, I don't know. But either way, it should... Well, it does look a little bit funky. As long as it's not purple.
No.
No, it's still milky. Yeah, so... I literally painted everything underneath the front of the car in this.
And you used like half a bottle?
Yeah, I went...
Maybe less than half.
I went crazy. Because that did go quite far, so where's the... It's back here.
So it's...
But that was subframe, the brace as well under the car, I did that. So yeah, I also did most of the rear that's exposed right now. Plan is to go over it again, but yeah, I did all of it. Once all that was done, I mixed these two together, which is the epoxy mastic.
Also, two-part epoxy, and you need to mix it up.
Yeah, I think it was like 1 to 1. It's annoying because you've got to mix it really well, and then you get the thinners. So the thing I struggled with is like if you mix the two together, it's quite hard to mix because the hardener is like a thick brown goopy stuff. So the thinners really broke it down, and you have to really stir it, and then you leave it to sit. So the thing is if you put a little bit of thinner in, it's okay, but it does start to sort of become more sticky quite quickly. So I ended up mixing it a little bit more than I should, so it didn't basically go off as quickly, and then I could get more of the car done. But I did end up doing like 2 or 3 coats doing it that way, just because I knew I was filling it out. But it done the job, and it does look really good under there. And then after that, I don't know how I'm going to put this on yet, because I haven't got that far. Seam sealer, because Nissan have a great idea of sticking like 4, 5, 6 bits of thin sheet metal and just stacking it offset, and you just think why? And all the water's getting trapped under every little seam that they didn't seam seal.
Yeah, and even though those that they did seal, the seam sealer gets really hard and crumbly. Brittle, yeah, it's very brittle.
Just poke it with a screwdriver and it just goes.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
And then this, well,
Coralline? Pure.
Coralline. It's something.
Yeah, whatever. We're definitely gonna butcher that, but you can Google it.
But this goes into a gun. It's got like a big old nozzle on it. So once it's all done, this is basically going to be sprayed into the seals. Yeah.
Oh, for the cavities.
Yep.
So it's like a cavity box
kind of like a waxy kind of. It's a thing. It's a thing that you use for a thing to do frost.
Okay.
So that will go in the rails, and hopefully stop it rotting inside out like Nissan intended.
It's not a bug; it's a feature. Okay, how about lunch before we start?
Yeah, why not?
A small break before we.
This is why things take me all day, because I love breaks. And as we discussed in a previous video, you can't work on a car in my garage.
Okay.
So if you were looking
your garage, your rules.
You've got to look at stuff and you think. Now most people will be like, how am I going to get this off? This is the ZEO style way, is you have to put your foot up. It's just the law, because you've got a nice perch. It's just a nice perch. Sometimes I might have my phone in my hands. I could be doing something productive, like YouTubing, like, well, how do I do this? Or sometimes I'm generally just looking through Facebook. This is why I don't get things done as quick as I should.
Well, we're all guilty of that.
And then I'll go over there, sit down, have another vape, and have a drink.
In your lounge zone,
yeah,
your chill zone.
In the chill zone, listen to some hard 80s radio, and then I'll come do some bits, and then I'll do that again.
Basically, there is a similar style clip that is hiding behind this plastic trim, and we just need to pop it off. Yep. Like so. So the rest is just more clips. It looks terrifying. The noises are.
Don't struggle.
No, it's fine now. I'm just pulling off the.
This thing is amazing.
Ooh.
I love it.
Oh.
Just look at that. All that time saved sitting there ratcheting it.
So with the side trim removed, you just keep pulling this thingy off. Yeah, this one also comes off easily. Damn, how do
What? What? Hang on, we've made a discovery.
Okay, the camera is right there.
I think someone's living in here. There seems to be
a homeless person left a lot of stuff in your car. You know what? Maybe it's some.
What? There's towels in there as well.
I think this is some sort of sound deadening. Very fancy style. I hope it wasn't done in Japan, unless you'll be ruining very authentic tuning. No, it's definitely not Japan. Is it?
We got some flow gas joggers.
Nice.
A chopped up piece of.
You know what? People being mindful, they just left clothes in case you need it in the future.
Maybe they just added it for extra flammable content.
Maybe, because it's right on top of the fuel tank. I remember last time it just came out. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, this is the. This is why it's not. Where's the? Yeah, there we go. Smoking is bad, kids. Hold on. I don't see.
You got any hooks?
No, it got caught on the bolt. It's fine. No, it's all fine. Just take it out. Oh, you've got more stuff. Oh, you've got a towel right there in the corner. Oh man. It's like going treasure hunting. You've got lots of stuff in there. It does look like a little bit excessive, the amount of 10 mils to just hold this plastic caddy. Oh, you remove the okay, there's
What's that?
I need some needle nose pliers, or some pliers, any pliers.
What's it for? Is it a light?
Yeah, it's a light.
Just rip it off.
No, I don't want to.
Just scared you might set it on fire.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you want?
Just any pliers. Perfecto. Yeah, they're just a small tab that I need to...
Hammer?
Nah, fine. A blowtorch maybe, later. That's not stubborn. Got it. Oh, well. Damn it, yeah. Damn. Okay, I'm gonna rip this one off. Wait a second. No, I think I need to twist it. Yeah. It's a twist bulb. Yep, there we go. There's this little tab and the light bulb.
Sorry, I completely forgot. This is also kind of like a tutorial on how to fix your car, whereas I'm kind of like, it's going on track, let's just hit things with a hammer, because I don't plan on putting it back together, innit? Yeah.
Well, you can call it how not to.
Yeah, I would hit this with a hammer, but if you are rebuilding this, I would suggest not.
If you want to do it properly, or you care about this stuff, yeah, you better be careful and mindful. Okay, let's
Pull that out as well. That
yeah, we need to remove the.
No, this
Oh, you mean this stuff? Yeah, I think it just sound deadening.
anything that looks flammable.
Okay, anything that is not metal. Okay, there you go. I think it just some felt. Okay, so it's so clear in here. Now we need to remove this center console.
That one's off.
Yeah.
I think these ones here are off. So we got.
I don't think any. Yeah, that's good call.
Yeah, don't forget to take your knob off.
Yeah, don't forget your knob.
Just pinchy things there.
Okay,
So that's
on. Wait a sec. There are two more Phillips. Yeah,
with the screwdriver that I never lose.
and there is one more under the ashtray, also a Phillips. And I reckon there are going to be more wires going to these buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I don't think this,
very accurate observation.
I don't think this Nissan's that advanced that they were like, oh, let's use wireless technology on a rusty Nissan.
No.
I mean, look, they can't even get their undersill right, can they? I mean, who knows what they were thinking when they developed them kidney braces?
Well, you know what they say about kidneys. You can live with just one. Yeah, that's why you need to remove this glove compartment just to get to this little thingy to free the carpet.
Seems to be.
Maybe we need
here.
to. No, I think we just need to push it like this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it looks like it's. Yeah, so that's gonna come up to get to these plugs.
Yeah, there is a wide plug. Well, there are more plugs actually. Do you want to cut it? Yeah. Okay, we're doing some cutting.
What I did with my Mazda is there was similar stuff like this where it just loops, and the only way to get it out is to take everything out. Same here, and I think on the Mazda there was one under here. If you are using the center console, you're going to keep your armrests, then it's all going to hold it in anyway.
Yeah.
Because it's all going to be tucked up nicely.
Yeah, and you won't see it.
So when I did the Mazda, I just cut it up a little bit, so I knew I had stuff to tuck, but it just made it so much easier than having to unbolt everything for the sake of a bit of carpet. Or it's just so fragile that it just rips and it does the same job.
You're just too strong for this car. Too mighty.
Too mighty, and you can just set it on fire by looking at it.
Yeah, that's what happened
Where's
to
the
me.
fire extinguisher?
I don't remember. I think I put it somewhere, but
You think you put it somewhere?
yeah, that's what I was doing. Yeah, in my case, I had just like here, so my carpet was tucked away about so, and it still caught fire.
So, another life lesson, always tuck your carpet.
Yeah, always tuck your carpet. And also, I didn't clean all this off.
What's that, undersill?
No, this is the sound deadening. Yeah. It might also contribute to the disaster. I already see the light coming through there. So, yeah. Ah. Let me get in. Yeah. So
this bit is the. I think you welded this bit when you set fire to it, didn't you? Right here.
Yeah. But it was on the other side. But yeah, it's pretty much where it started. Yeah.
Ooh, that broke up.
Yeah, it's very easy to break off, especially when it's dry. It just started recording. Yeah, it's grommet, but it's all rotted around. Shit. Wait a second. Oh man, that's
Really?
that's gross.
It's cut. Where's me?
This is what it was supposed to be look like,
Ah.
and this is what you've got. It's a little bit bigger.
That's what she said. It's all right. It's all right. Cut it open, plate it, and then
Yeah,
underneath a little bit of seam sealer, and yeah. So I weld a little. I'll probably
Yeah,
get
just
the
plate it.
saw. Maybe just cut like a little square patch on top. Weld it in. And then put the mastic under with some seam sealant.
Yeah.
Underneath of it, should be fine.
Yeah, absolutely, but just like such a difference. It's crazy.
It's kind of like MasterChef or something, isn't it? When they say, "Oh, you've got to cook this," and that's what the professionals
Yeah.
say. "Oh, you got to make this," and then this is what you come up with. You're like,
Yep.
Yeah.